Today we see the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, they teach us simplicity. That's what brings real happiness. We're chasing happiness. We're chasing the money and the dollars and the cents and the cars and all these things, but we're not reaching happiness. You want to be happy, have Allah in your life. You want to be happy, do that which pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will place that happiness and that contentment in your heart. And when you have that, then nothing could bother you. Nothing could hurt you. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he brought his family with him. The companions of Imam al-Hussein, they brought their families with them. Why? Because those bonds and those relationships were based on nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Find yourself a wife, find yourself a husband that will wake you up for Fajr prayer. Find yourself a partner that will tell you, do that which is good and refrain from that which is haram. That is the perfect person to find. Find yourself a partner that will remind you of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what will bring real happiness, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the life that you should try to seek. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he brought his family with him because the relationship was based on love of God, and that's what brought them together. And same with the companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Look at the companions of Imam al-Hussein. Some of them, they came with their families. Some of them, they came with their children. It wasn't all men. Some people have the idea that the companions of Imam al-Hussein were all men. No. The companions of Imam al-Hussein, you had men, you had women, you had the young, you had the old, you had the children that were all united over the love of God and the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. That's what brought them together. One of the companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, the commander of the right flank of Abu Abdullah, Zuhair ibn al-Qayn. Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, Imam al-Hussein gave him the flag and he commanded the right flank of the army of Abu Abdullah. And the left flank was Habib ibn Mudahir, and in the center was Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. You know, Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, he almost didn't make it in Karbala, if not for his wife. His wife, Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, he left Mecca and he was going to Iraq. And Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he also leaves Mecca and he's going to Iraq. But Zuhair ibn al-Qayn was trying to avoid Imam al-Hussein because he knew what was going to happen. Everyone knew what was going to happen. So he would go where Imam al-Hussein is camping, he would start moving. And then once Imam al-Hussein camps, once Imam al-Hussein moves, he would start camping. Until, subhanallah, in one of those stops, Zuhair ibn al-Qayn ended up camping near Imam al-Hussein and the caravan of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And Imam al-Hussein, he had a mission that will bring pleasure to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that will give you eternal satisfaction. So throughout his journey, he would reach out to people. He would call this person, come and join us, come and join us. Not because he needs supporters to fight for him, but because Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam wanted to take people, as many people as he can, to paradise. So he sends a letter to Zuhair ibn al-Qayn. He sends one of his companions, he tells him, go and give him this letter. One of his companions, he goes and he gives the letter to Zuhair ibn al-Qayn. Zuhair ibn al-Qayn was sitting and eating. And the letter from the messenger of Imam al-Hussein comes, and Zuhair ibn al-Qayn is hesitant. Should I go? Should I not go? This is a very difficult decision because if I go, that means I'm going to be killed. If I go, that means I have to sacrifice everything. Today, right now, we're thinking about it. Yeah, of course, go. How many of us would go? How many of us would answer the call of Imam al-Hussein? How many of us are willing? They tell me Imam al-Mahdi has emerged and he's calling you and you're going to be killed. How many of us are willing to go? Zuhair ibn al-Qayn answered. Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, at first he was hesitant. His wife, she tells him, Ya Zuhair, this is Abu Abdullah. This is Imam al-Hussein, the grandson. There's only one grandson of Rasulullah and he's calling you. How could you hesitate? Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, he takes the letter, he kisses it, and he begins to walk towards Abu Abdullah. He walks to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. He stands and he talks to Imam al-Hussein for a few moments. He comes back to his wife. He tells her, we are joining the caravan of Aba Abdullah. We are joining Imam al-Hussein. If not for his wife, Zuhair ibn al-Qayn would not have been from the supporters of Imam al-Hussein. This is why they say on the 10th of Muharram, Dalham, the wife of Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, she had a servant in Karbala. She goes and she tells the servant, I want you to go and cover the body of Zuhair ibn al-Qayn. Zuhair had been cut up into pieces. She tells him, I want you to go and cover the body of Zuhair. Go and throw a kafan on the body of Zuhair. He comes back to her. He tells her, I saw the body of Aba Abdullah. It was more mutilated than the body of Zuhair. She tells him, then go and cover the body of Aba Abdullah. You see, these are the families. This is this lady that motivated her husband. She took her husband to paradise. And she made her husband become Zuhair ibn al-Qayn.